Joe was telling us that at least one scene, each of you was a little bit merry, as we would say in London.
Yeah, that was, well, first of all, mostly, because my character is a little bit more in control, I was mostly drinking fake beer, and there was a scene where Jake and I decided to play a drinking game as, you know, just what we were doing in the scene as a card game. And for whatever reason, they filled up my glass with real beer, and for whatever reason, I kept losing that drinking game. So, and it was like slowly dawning on me as I was just pounding this beer. And so then I had to kind of very openly admit that I was drunk at work, because it's a very strange sensation being drunk at your job. So I felt like uncomfortable, and I felt like I had to just like let everyone know. Otherwise, I would have felt like I was trying to hide it, which I know that I can't do very well. So that was an interesting day.
You've worked in major Hollywood movies, and you've worked in smaller movies. Which one do you enjoy doing more?
I mean, it's hard to say. Like, for example, what I'm doing right now with Into the Woods, like, it is just so magical. Every day is so magical. But then obviously making Drinking Buddies was so great. I went and made another movie with Joe like a couple months later. It was just such an incredible experience. So I know that's kind of it feels like a stock answer, but it's completely true. It's just like they both have such amazing elements to them, and they're both so different. I'm glad that I get to do both. I like beer. There's a beer that's from my hometown actually called Allagash Curio that I really like right now. But I've been trying to, I don't know, I've been like trying to man up and like get into like brown liquor. I don't know, it's not really my area. It was really fun, really, really liberating. Actually going back to doing traditional filmmaking was a little tricky. I got so used to, because I made a second film with Joe right after Drinking Buddies, and it's super scary, obviously, but the people that I got to work with, Olivia and Jake and Ron, are just so smart, so good at it, but nobody had done it before, so we weren't like competing with each other. It was like a really supportive, great environment.
Is it nerve-wracking?
A bit, yeah, but weirdly the trickiest bit was trying to figure out when to be silent. I thought the hard part would be coming up with stuff to say, and actually the tricky bit was just like, shut up, Anne.
Pitch Perfect 2, is there going to be a Cups 2? Because I've heard cheese graters make great instruments.
I'm working with James Corden right now, and he keeps teasing me about that. He keeps being like, I think you need to start working on your next cup routine for Pitch Perfect 2. So maybe I'll recruit James to
do it.
Help. He's very musical, so I think he can do it.